Phil.
Tracy, I'm sorry.
Where the hell are you?
It happened again.
And that's the way we're kicking off Send It Sunday this week. A moment of silence for all the windsurfing partners out there. You've been there. Surely that has happened to you before. It's definitely happened to me. And luckily, my missus is an absolute legend. So I'm quite lucky like that. But I feel for some of you boys out there. I know some of you get a hard time. But what do? Do you lie? Do you tell the truth? Do you own up? Come on, let me know in the comments below. But the thing is, when it's good, it's good. When it's on, it's on. And talking about when it's on, I got sent this video this week. Check out this. Yeah, this is Pierrick Contal from Ile de Ré in France. But this is Barbados. Yeah, Barbados. I have such good memories from Barbados. It was one of the first ever trips I did, you know, wave sailing. And I went over there. It was like 2000, maybe 2001. And I learned to backloop in those very spots. I'm guessing this is Silver Rock, Silver Sands. There might be some other spots, but when I was over there, they were the only spots I sailed, and just super fun. Obviously, this is where the Irie man, Brian Talmer, is from. O'Neill Marshall. Anyone remember O'Neill Marshall? Had a World Cup there, you know, before in the past, and it's kind of dropped off the radar, Barbados. But when I watched this video, I was like, you know what? It's an absolutely epic place. When it's on, it's such a fun place to sail. The shop I used to be sponsored by, Fun Sport in Rossniger. Bucky, the guy who used to own it, had a place over there for a bit, and that all kicked off when I went over there with him for one of these first trips. We had such a good time. Absolutely epic. I think there was some really good flights to the UK. Anyway, I was just watching that video thinking, you know what? Barbados is back on the map. But you know what's already on the map? Chile. Yes, Chile has been going off the last couple of weeks. And why have we seen so much about it? Well, there is a 5-star PWA IWT event happening right now. It has already kicked off. They've been going through the Challenger tours. We've obviously talked about the warm-up in some of the podcasts we've been doing, but the warm-up, some of the sessions look like they've been just absolutely crazy. Now, so far, we've not got through to the main draw, but they have got through a 32-man sort of qualification round to get into the main draw. So from 32 riders, only 4 get through. They did start off in Matanzas, which is where the main event is happening. You know, you've got this grandstand view. It just looks epic for a competition. But with the way the wind is coming, they wanted to get on the water earlier, so they went to Topacama. Now, Topacama, I've never been, but apparently it's just this amazing long wave, like dreamy wave. So when you go over there, that is the spot a lot of the people are going to. But it's an hour or so from Matanzas. But they actually moved the event to finish that qualification round ready for basically tomorrow and the next day, because these 2 days look like Matanzas can be going off and we're going to get into the main round. So from 32 riders, 4 get through. Who made it? Well, I'll tell you what, Moritz Malk and Alessio Steelrich. Yeah, you know, they've been on the tour for a while. Moritz now on Simmer. Alessio has now changed to Bruges boards and sails. So they would have had a tough round, because no matter how good you are, you know, this is a very localized wave. I think Moritz said he never sailed there before, and they're up against the local boys plus everyone else. When it's wave riding only, you never know in the lighter small stuff. So pretty impressive for the boys. Definitely getting their money's worth out there, because a lot of heats were sailed. And the other 2, Fabrice Bros, yes. Benjamin and Diego, I think it is. Both of those guys were killing it by all accounts. And those 4 have gone through to the main draw, which, like I said, will be happening in the next 2 days. So I have heard there will be live stream. So we're crossing our fingers. We haven't seen any yet, but I think they've got basically booked in 3 days of live stream. So then we will kick off. It looks like Matanzas has been going off, and we have seen a lot of the seeded riders all trading already. Yeah, I just watched a video from Anton Martin, yes, new sponsors at the moment, Quattro and Goya, and it didn't disappoint. He definitely didn't disappoint. I thought he was a standout last year. He didn't have his best result, but I thought he looked really good in the warm-up, and again, looks like he's been going for it. Oh my God, check out the sends. Oh, I was watching this video just thinking, Antoine, he just doesn't hold back, always goes for it. You're like, oh my life. Some of the landings on this look brutal, but he's still in one piece. He's charging. He's definitely going to be in there for maybe a chance to win this competition. Yes, for sure. So Anton Martin, keep your eye on him. I've also seen quite a few videos coming out of Mark Paré, obviously a Simmer teammate, but he's definitely been dropping some videos. I see some big moves getting thrown down. We spoke to Lucas and Finn, Finn was in the qualification round. Lucas is already in the main event, their second time to Chile, and they were saying who they thought looked good. They mentioned Perez, one of the guys looking good. Morgan Nero, I think I've seen a couple of videos from him as well, also looking good for consistency. They mentioned Marcelo Brown, obviously the world champion. Who else they mentioned? Bernd Rodiger. I mean, there was quite a few names they mentioned, and then a couple of helmet, and that was all in the podcast. If you haven't listened to that, definitely check it out. But look at the conditions they've been getting. Yeah, but you don't need to go to Chile to get those waves. You can get them right here. Look at this. You remember that from last week? Oh yeah, I thought you might do. Well, that was the competition to win a Windsurfing.TV hat. So the question was this Super Tubes in Portugal? Or was this Super Tubes in the UK, Kimmeridge? Well, it was, of course, Kimmeridge in the UK. So many of you got it right. And I'll pick a few winners for a Windsurfing.TV hat. You can only win the hat if you're a member of Windsurfing.TV, if you've chipped in beer money, supported the channel like these legends. Yes, they put in some. These are new members this week who have supported the channel. So absolute legends. Like I keep saying it, I don't want to sound like some sort of charity show, but you guys are genuinely making this stuff happen. So massive thanks to you guys. And send me an email and I'll get those hats off to you, as well as the guys from the last competition last week. I've also got to thank the sponsors, SavernSharp.com. Yes, you know, that's a beautiful voice I've got. They are still supporting Send It Sunday. So if you do want Savern gear, that's the place you should be getting it. Okay, what else do we have? Yeah, learning to windsurf, minding your own business. What the? A foil out of nowhere, a foil out of control. Just when you're trying to take up the sport, you're trying to get into it. Wow. Nuno sent me this. Met Nuno here at the Portuguese National Slalom Championships last year. Apparently he's coming back. But look at this, teaching his mate, or his mate was learning how to windsurf, was filming it, and then that foil just comes out of control, takes him out. Yeah, crazy. So yeah, like I said, Nuno, met him here at the Martiniale competition. Did you see my video I dropped on Friday about the water speed challenge? This is all about just GPS Challenger through the water speed app. We're going to try and do like a Send It Sunday like we do here. It might have its own show. It might be a segment in Send It Sunday, but we're going to keep you up to date with what's happening there. We've got different challenges. It could be an old school challenge. Could be absolutely anything. Might get you to draw a picture. Could be top speed, but all you have to do is watch that video. So I'm just going to leave you to watch that video, download the app, get involved. We do have a WhatsApp group. Get your name on that. We'll be keeping you up to date with a lot of things through that group and getting the banter going, and also asking you guys for a bit of feedback on the app, which they can improve and use it to improve it and make it better for us guys that are going to be using it. So definitely get involved with that. Now, who should be entering this competition? Well, the prizes are not just for the guys at the top. I'm going to give out random prizes as well. I think that's the way to do it. We're also going to give prizes to the guys at the top. And the guys at the top, I mean, who should enter? Maybe this guy. Yeah, this is Peter Hyde. He went down to La Palma, which is like Deafy Wind territory, with a couple of crazy friends, he said. And look at the speed this guy's going on. But check out the flyby. I love this. Apparently this is urine in the water. Not urine in the water, but urine in the water. Look at his face. Yes, that's what mates are for. The flybys, enjoying it. They went down a couple of days before the Defi last year. They're going again this year by the sounds of it. And again, I don't want to keep going about Waterspeed, but Waterspeed are going to have a big deal to do with the Defi Wind this year. So I would download the app anyway if you're going to the Defi, because it could be very useful. Wink, 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 whichever way we're doing it. But if you're going down to the Defi, what car would you be driving? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you'd be driving a Surfwagens, ja. Surfwagens, ja. Ah, yes, the Surfwagens are back. We got two beauties this week, and we're going to kick off with something you wouldn't want to drive to the Defi in. Yeah, this is Anshon coming back from Cape Hatteras. Now, he's from Canada, so it's a bit of a drive. But look at that. Alternator's gone. You've all been there. Have you been there? Come on, you must have some good stories about going off on a windsurfing trip and then having to hitch a ride back. But yeah, alternator's gone, but check out the boards on the roof. A couple of customs, he said there, from a guy in Ontario. And I think he said the van was a custom sort of surf build. So pretty cool stuff. We love to see these Surfwagens. And talking of Surfwagens, it's not a van, but it's two cars. Check out these things. Yeah, this is Willem Cohn and his bro. I think they're either coming back or going to the Bay of Roses in Spain, so Costa Brava. And look at those beauties. Yeah, look at the big Mistral sticker. Yeah, love it. We've got a Fiat 127 and a Peugeot 104. He said the maximum speed was a whopping... Well, that is the competition for this week. Let me know what top speed you think he wrote exactly to the mile per hour. What did he write in the letter to me, in the email to me? And then you can have a Windsurfing.TV hat if you remember and you get it right and I draw you out the hat. Yes, I know there's a few stipulations there, but yes, a whopping massive speed. He said with the wing mirrors in, down a hill. He said you can imagine going uphill with the the roof rack stacked. It was not a very fast journey, but would he take another car? Would he do it again, something else? No way. He said the memories are too good. He said this was over 30 years ago. He's 61 now. And he said he's still loving it. And he was in Sandy last year with, I think, hitting his fin. Massive catapult, broke 2 ribs. So still going strong, still a sender. That's what we love. And that's it for this week. So massive thanks to you guys for joining in. Only one thing left to say, that no matter where you are in the world, don't forget to send it.